I feel like they only hear what they're already expecting, right? Because I'll meet someone and I'll be like, hi, my name's Gibran. And they'll be like, oh, nice to meet you, Muhammad. And I'll be like, what? How in the world did they get my middle name? That was amazing. They sang it? No idea. No idea. I grew up in Virginia, ethnically. Really? For real?
Yeah.
Wow, the only dude who's as brown as fuck as me. That's amazing. Wow, what's your ethnicity?
Nepali.
Oh, Nepali, cool. Namaste. I don't even know. That's not in the same language, but yeah, I'm from Pakistan. Holy applause. And even the Nepali dude got scared. Yeah, I grew up a little bit embarrassed as the only brown kid in my town, because we hit puberty like 20 years before everyone else. You just wake up one day with like one eyebrow, and then it takes complete control until you're a fully grown doctor. That's just what happens. Next thing you know, you're being called to surgery with a full-grown beard. Everyone's like, where's Dr. Gibran? Nurse is like, where else would he be? The monkey bars. I had a unibrow, I had a mustache, I had shaggy hair. My mom would always make me wear these blue pair of overalls. I'd wear my favorite red Lucky t-shirt underneath. I looked like this little brown Super Mario, just hopping around school, just bashing my head in the face. Every time I was late for class, every time I sat down, everyone would be like, give. And I'm like, really guys, with the sound effects? I hate you. Everyone did it. I failed a test once, my teacher wrote game over. And I'm like, come on, that's inappropriate. It can't, the name carried on through middle school, high school, my first relationship. My girlfriend wanted me to call her princess. Every time I went down on her, she would go, da-na-na-na-na. And I'm like, come on, when is this going to end? She's like, you have to beat the level. And I'm like, I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Because it started over, and now she's married to a plumber. It's just incredible. It's my brother. Okay. Yeah, my family immigrated here when I was little. I feel like my dad really tried to prove to me how poor he was when he came to this country by telling me these elaborate immigration stories. These stories weren't true because the details of the stories would change every time he'd tell me the story. He'd be like, Gibran, Beta, I came here with just $4.99 in my pocket. I'm like, Dad, were you on sale? What were you doing with $4.99, saving up for a value? Now that doesn't make any sense. You told me the story last year. You said it was $2.25 in your pocket. He's like, inflation. And I'm like, Dad, you can't apply inflation to your own immigration story. He's like, bro, you don't understand how difficult it was to swim with no legs all the way across the Great Berlin Wall of China to America. And I'm like, Dad, I was on the plane with you. Mom was pregnant. I could see through her belly button. You guys were in first class at burning $100 bills screaming, I don't need the money needs me. I know what happened to that. You had a beautiful, expensive Bollywood wedding. You paid to have an elephant holding on to the trunk of another baby elephant, all to impress the bride. I'm like, Dad, you came here poor because you spent all your money on buying Mom. That is what happened. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It's fucked up, but let's not pretend that's not what it is. Everyone calls it dowry, but I know a good down payment when I see one. And that's fucked up. Yeah, I was very paranoid growing up. There wasn't a lot of diversity where I was, so I was always like, I always had my eye open on things. Like in high school, freshman year, someone put a note on my locker that said, it's a towel head. But he was like, I didn't know what that meant, right? So I gave it to my teacher, to my English teacher, Miss Bowden. So Miss Bowden, what does this mean? And she was like, oh my God, Gibran, they spelled the towel wrong. And I'm like, that's it? That's the issue? She's like, this isn't even remotely close. This says Happy Ramadan. And I'm like, yeah, but I think we know what they meant. All right, that was me. Yeah. So it was a race stuff. Sex, relationships, a lot of relationships here. You guys laugh, but you're very sterile in between. I feel like an operating room. And you guys are all hand sanitizer. That doesn't make sense. There we go. There's some moments of Yeah, I can't handle, I'm single, I can't handle breakups in 2016. I cannot handle breakups in this social media age. It's overwhelming because when I go through a breakup and I see an update on social media, I make it all about me. It's all like, I just get like very, not narcissistic, but insecure at the same time. Like I remember 3 weeks after the breakup, my ex changed her profile picture and it was like the event of the year. You know, I was looking at every single detail. It's like sunny in the picture. And I'm like, is she trying to say she's kind of happy now because it's sunny? She's emotionally sunny. I'm looking at the content of her outfit, every detail. I'm like, right, wearing blue. Is she trying to say she's a little bit sad? Is that some kind of metaphor for the blues? What is she trying to tell me? I'm looking at the fabric of the material. I'm like, all right, she's wearing fitness clothes. Is she trying to tell me that we can still work out? What is she trying to tell me? She could have wrote a status and said, this status is about my best friend Rebecca, and I'd be like, oh my God, am I Rebecca? What is happening right now? When will she quit? She could have put an Instagram picture of her new husband, and her new baby, and I would just be like, oh my God, he looks just like me. The husband. Yeah, I think, and now as I get older, I've become so picky, I hate it. It's not looks, but personality. I care too much to the point where it's not good, where it doesn't matter. I'm at the point now where I'm turning down porn if I don't like the girl's personality. That doesn't make any sense. Like, why? I'm not gonna hang out with a girl. Like, I was watching this porn where the wife cheats on her husband with a pool boy, and I'm like, I can't get off to this. I can't even trust her. Why am I gonna... This isn't, like, she's clearly not a good person. This is the shit I have to put up with. I'm at work all day and she's doing that. That's fucked up. She didn't even tip the pool boy. Who do you think bought that pool anyways in the first place? Yeah. I miss movie dates. Movies are fun. It's a shitty segue. I mean, let's be honest. I don't get to movies, relationships, movies. I get overwhelmed like opening night at movies because, like, I won't go by myself, but I always want my arm on the armrest, which I don't like with strangers. Like a while ago, I was at the movies, I had a habit. I put my arm on the armrest, right? There's another guy next to me, and his arm was on the armrest, right? And he was like twice my size, very big. Like I'm a little bit meaty. This guy was like double me, you know. He was like very bulky. Like you ever see someone who works out so much, even their like cheeks had abs? Right? His chin had glutes. I'm like, why do you have cheeks on your chin? This is weird. Like his shirt was off completely naked, full erection. I was very overwhelmed. Both arms were on the armrest. We immediately got into like this passive-aggressive game of elbow chest, right? Like I went up, he went up, I went right, he went left, he went diagonal. I was like, fuck, Bishop, I didn't see that, right? We're just going at it. He's just getting more and more aggressive. He's just chopping away, just Bobby Fishering the fuck out of this armrest, right? And finally, I just get so frustrated, I move my arm like this, and then I knock his elbow off, and I whisper, checkmate. Right? I said, and he looks at me, he's like, hey asshole, could you please remove your arm from my wheelchair? And I was like, oh my God. I was like, dude, I am so sorry, but I did not see that wheelchair because I'm blind. I just could not see it at all. He was mad. He was like, how dare you fake a disability to get out of a situation? I have had enough. Then he just got up and walked away. That makes sense. Dude, it's crazy. Thank you guys.
The horniest time for women, I believe. Like, I don't think people talk about it, but I am a fucking dirtbag right now. Like, I feel gross, you know? And people don't really talk about it. Like, your sex drive in your 30s for women, that shit will have you looking at dudes with, like, full face tattoos. Like... It's just something about him, you know what I mean? It's mysterious, you know, shit like that. Like, it just made a lot of fucking mistakes right now is what I'm saying, you know. Everybody got that aunt that ran off with the dude with the rat tail. She's just trying to fuck, you know what I mean? It's hard. I've been making out with this 25-year-old little dude. That's what I call him. He's a little dude. That's 10 years younger than me. That's almost slightly gross, but but also kind of right, you know what I mean? And making out with him has been a revelation. Here's what I figured out, or just discovered about young folks. His skin is really tight on his skeleton. That's not something I noticed about myself when I was 25, but now I'm 35, and then you touch their fucking tongue, like, up around the collarbone, like, everything just like a drum, just fucking stretch that motherfucker over a lamp and beat the shit out of it anyway. It's nice. I wish he would never talk, though. But, he asked me to like go away with him for a week. I'm like, I want to deal with you for a week. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, that's just that's been fun. I think about there's this comic that has this joke that bothers me. He talks about so just in general, America, we always talk about boys. Very sexual. Oh, they always jerking off all the time. Like it's like very outward that boys and men have sexuality. But every woman remembers being like 12 and you're like get up from the couch a certain way and like, holy shit! Like nobody talks about that girls are sexual too. Like I had a summer, man, that fucking teddy bear got destroyed. You know what I mean? I'm just like, why are we keeping it a secret? I've been wanting forever. Like, why should I be ashamed about this? And so this comic, he has this joke like, you know, men like sex, but women like sex, but not as much as men. That same old shit. And he's like, yeah, you know, men and women masturbate, but have you ever masturbated in a car? And everybody's like, yeah. And he's like, while you were driving, and everybody's like, oh. And I'm sitting there like, yeah. Ask a woman before you write your fucking jokes. Yeah, I've masturbated. One time, I was like, this is how fucking horny I am. One time, I was at work, and my friend sent me a gif of the rock bench press, and I had to run in the bathroom. Like, take kids to business, like, just fucking get over yourselves. Is the point. That's the point. I've been watching The Bachelor. You guys watch that show? I'm all late. This is like, whose show is that? Yours? That's your show? I had never watched it before. I just started watching it because I'm better than you. But I only watch documentaries. No, The Bachelor is crazy. I started watching it. I was in a hotel and I was flicking the channels and it had this white lady crying and that's my shit. And white lady crying is my favorite show. Like, it's always on. It's always on. It's always on. So I was like, what is this? So I'm watching it, she's crying, and she says, you know, I hope he chooses me, because that's what the show is about. And I mentioned I'm super horny, so I was like, okay, this woman is crying, humiliating herself, national TV, makeup running, this dude is about to be so fine, let me keep watching and take my pants off. So I'm watching it, and it's just a regular dude. Did you know that? Am I lying? It's just a regular, his name is Ben. What the fuck? Ben. Like, you can get The Bachelor at any community college in America. Like, any fucking poli-sci course, he right there, fucking Ben. You know what I mean? Just so basic. I mean, he's not a prince. He's not a duke. You know, he's a software salesman. What the fuck? Like, that blew my mind. There's nothing wrong with software salesmen, but you don't get to have 20 supermodels crying over you on national television. Like, that's what got men all fucked up thinking everybody's supposed to be a model and shit. Just stay in your lane, is all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Stay in your fucking lane, Ben. So now I'm into it. I'm like, what's up with this show? And I'm watching it, and there's no minority women competing for The Bachelor, which is good for us, right? But I went back, and I was looking in the beginning of the season, tell me if I'm wrong, in the beginning of the season, and then the previous seasons, of which this is like the 80th season of The Bachelor, I think. Every season, there's one black woman, one Hispanic woman. They get cut week 2 every season, historically, am I lying? Every season. So that was not surprising, but it was funny because it just seems like minority women, we put up the best of our best for this show, right? The black lady this season, she was a neurologist, fitness model, former Miss America, Iraq war veteran. She a pussy virgin, but she took like professional blowjob classes and shit. She was shit. And then they cut her, and then right after her, it's like 19 blondes like, I like tacos. And puppies. Anyway, fuck that show is what I'm saying. But I'm totally into it. I just don't understand how somebody that basic is getting fought over. But whatever. That's how basic Ben is. Ben, after the black lady get cut, and then he sees what's left, he's like, I do like tacos. So, hey, any one of them. Maybe I'm hating. I don't know. Maybe I want to be a blonde supermodel. Seems like the life. I was thinking about starting a support group for the formerly hot. Just me and a bunch of broads. Talk about our old titties and when men used to buy his shit just for existing, you know what I mean? That was the life. I didn't cherish it when I had it, you know? I had it for a while. It was a hot summer, 97. Yeah. It was hot for one summer. It was awesome. A support group. That'd be cool. Sometimes when I say it, people are like, what? They don't get it. Some people don't get it. They're like, oh, that's narcissistic. Why would you need a group? Shit like that. And that's because people who've been ugly their whole life, they don't understand the special kind of pain. You know what I mean? That someone like me might feel. You know what I mean? Like, I had to buy my own drink at the bar the other night. I almost killed myself. Like, what? Fucking bad. All right, thank you guys.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to kill myself too lately. I'm suffering from low self-esteem. I know, you're like, no way, right? You look at me. No, I am. I live in Queens. You guys know where Queens is? Yeah, because we're in it every time. That's why. Yes, I live in Kew Gardens, which is right by Forest Park. And this year to date, there's been 14 sexual attacks on joggers in Forest Park. That is not funny. That is terrible. So I've been jogging for 4 months at night. After work, yeah. And every night I come home safe and sound. Yeah, like nothing happens to me. Trying to switch it up a little bit. I put on a little mascara the other night. Like nothing crazy, like I'm jogging, nothing like crazy, and nothing. Nothing is happening to me. And then like I go home and I read the paper and it's like there's been another assault. I'm not saying that they're lying, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem very believable. What I'm trying to say is like if I went to a restaurant every single night, the same restaurant, and there were 14 cases of food poisoning this year to date, I promise you I would have had the food poisoning. I'm dating online, so I've been sending out a lot of like disgusting pictures of myself. Is anyone else dating online? Yeah? Are you sending out like dick pic after dick. Yeah, so I don't know. The other night I was talking to this guy on Plenty of Fish, and he's like, Tracy, can you send me a picture of your vagina? I'm like, yeah, of course. So I take the picture, and I just downloaded Instagram. My little cousin's like, oh, download Instagram. It's super cool. You could filter your pictures. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I put it into Instagram. I choose my new favorite filter, Nashville. Yeah, I was like, oh, this is great. Yeah, and then I just like screenshotted it and I sent it over to the guy. He loved it, right? He like loved it. He's like, this is adorable. And then I get a phone call from my little cousin Gabrielle, and she said to me, Tracy, whose vagina did you just post on Instagram? Okay, Instagram is for filtering your pictures. And she's like, no, Tracy, it's social media. I'm like, well, Gabrielle, that is not my vagina. She's like, Tracy, I know it's your vagina. Why does it look like that? Why does it look so angry? I'm like, Gabrielle, that's not my vagina. She's like, Tracy, is mine gonna look like that? I'm like, Gabrielle, that's not my vagina. And she's like, Tracy, you're sitting on the quilt that Grandma made you for Christmas. Okay, 622 likes, so it's like, neither here nor there. All right, guys.
In the city you go to for self-esteem, there's too many cool people. I fucking hate them. It's the summer, I sweat uncontrollably in the summer. No, that's not a rule. To the point that I thought I had a condition. And then I noticed no one else sweats in this goddamn city. I feel like I'm the only person that sweats. I'm waiting for the subway just melting in place. See some 70-year-old businessman in a wool suit. Fucking bone dry. Just staring at me like, oh god. Only failures sweat. Cool, thanks. You live in my head, that's awesome. I just don't have confidence. I have enough confidence to get out of bed, but not enough to like leave the house in a tank top. I don't have tank top confidence. It's a real thing. If you're a straight man and you can leave the house in a tank top, you're a fucking superhero. You're the most confident man in the world. If you can walk out of the house in a tank top, like, let the sun kiss my shoulders. Every time I'm trying to leave the house in a tank top, I'm like, this is stupid. I look fucking stupid. I have the arms of a fat 5-year-old. No definition, all acne. No, thank you. I think it's a base confidence. It's like, you know, this is honestly one of my first thoughts whenever I see a guy out of the house in a tank top. What'll pop in my head is like, I bet that guy's friends with his dad. Like, actually friends with him. Like, you can call him at any time, like, Daddy there? He's like, of course I'm here, son. I've always been here. Take off those sleeves and go outside. You got pussy to crush. I'm assuming that's what people in tank tops say. That's not what women want, by the way. I've heard guys say that. We'll crush some puss. I was raised primarily by women. Never once did they bring that up. I want a little respect. I want equal pay and occasional pussy crushing. It's very fair, Karen. It's very fair. I think it would terrify me if a girl's like, destroy my vagina. Yeah, I feel like you should call your dad. I feel like you can have too much tank top confidence, and then you get a man bun. And then you're just an asshole. I will give the man bun this credit, at least you see it coming. So you gotta turn a corner with a man bun, like, oh, I don't like him. It's way better. The ponytail is a much sneakier haircut. You ever had a long conversation with a guy and then realized he had a ponytail? It's a game changer. I take him so seriously for the first half of the conversation. Like, look at him, his hair's all slicked back. He probably knows a lot about business. And he turns his head and I'm like, oh, fuck you! A ponytail? You a Taekwondo instructor? And they live in a van that comes standard with a ponytail. I think catcalling was started by tank top confidence. I think tank top confidence led to catcalling. If you don't know what catcalling is, women on the street of New York are being verbally sexually harassed, and it's fucking disgusting. And yet, at the same time, blown away by the confidence that these men have in their penises. That their initial reaction to a beautiful woman is to shout off her penis. They see a hot woman and like, I want to fuck you! That's crazy to me. That is crazy. I always react to beautiful women like I just missed the subway. I'm like, oh, god damn it. And then a fat bulldog walks in front of me, I'm like, look at that bullet, I'm gonna grab that bullet. Look at that fat ass. Yeah, you got a thick bulldog, don't bring it around me. I'm gonna grab its ass. Such a fucking dumb people. Top geologists believe that the city of Miami will be completely underwater in 20 years. Yeah, sure, that guy hates Miami. Did you lose a bet because of the Marlins? I hate Dan Marino! Place is out, Dan. 20 years, Miami, gone. Immediately, I think about the history classes when they're teaching the children about the lost city of Miami. And then eventually the student is like, hey, what did the people of Miami do as their city was slipping into the sea? Cocaine and rollerblading. There's a lot of pool parties with DJs. That's kind of fucked up in hindsight. All had great bodies, like they were tempting the ocean to eat them. Come and give me a hairless and no body fat. This is great. I love fucking checking sides like across the street every time I tell a joke. Set up, punchline, set up. No, cool. All right. Nothing like losing the momentum in a room like this. In a forward fucking 2-bedroom railroad apartment. 12 years ago, I was like, hey, Gino, fucking refrigerator's out. Now it's like, I didn't have a dad. I just went through the second breakup with the same girl. That's a fun one. You ever broken up with someone and just trashing all your friends? Then you show up with them like, hey, let's keep what I said between us. Pretty honest back there. She dumped me the first time. I got her the second time. I'm a bigger fan of the sequel. This is real. She dumped me in January before that blizzard that locked down the city for 3 days. She dumped me right before that blizzard, which is either a coincidence or the most diabolical way to break up with someone. She studied the weather pattern. It was like perfect. A warm gust is going to collide with a cold front. I'm going to snap this motherfucker's heart before he's locked inside for 3 days. I learned a valuable lesson that weekend. I learned no one can tell you're crying when you're shoveling snow. It is the perfect outdoor activity for crying. Even when you're standing there, you're like, you gotta go low on the down scoop, you're like, she's gone! All my neighbors have no idea what's going on in my life. They're like, this guy really wants this sidewalk clear out. I broke up with her the second time because she's a terrible human being. I didn't know that because I was in a relationship. You don't know when you're dating a shitty person until you get out. It's like living in a house that's haunted. At first you're like, oh, look at this. It's available. It's right in our range. Perfect. Then after 3 weeks, the walls start bleeding. You're like, it's kind of weird. There's so much space. Get out. It's a fixer-upper. And then you realize it's a portal to hell. You know, but it's like that and it's a person. But she didn't know she was a piece of shit. She was a wealthy person. Never dated a wealthy person before. They're very cold on the inside. They don't like emotion. When you show emotion around a wealthy person, they get upset. Like, don't do that. What are you doing? It's currency for the poor. Driving in front of a rich person, you're like a dog shitting on their carpet. Like, don't do that inside. What are you doing? Go outside. Who's the poor person? It's crying on my carpet. Rub their nose in it. I want you to stop it from doing that again. It really bugged her that I came from no money. It really she hated it. She wouldn't say it. She was just repulsed by certain things. Like, I told her that I love ranch salad dressing. It's delicious. Turns out I might as well have told her that I eat human shit. She reacted to that piece of information. She said, you like ranch. I'm like, oh, I love it. It's from Hidden Valley. I don't want that half-step and craft bullshit. I want it from the valley. I like professional wrestling. She hated that. Listen, I get it. It's silly. I'm a grown man who likes professional wrestling. You don't have to talk shit to me about it. She's like, you know it's fake. Yeah. You know they're on steroids. Yeah. I'm sorry, do steroids ruin the integrity of a fake fight for you? I hate to break this to you, Undertaker never been dead. Not once. No, he's been alive the entire time. It's like an opposite six sentences. His name's Mark, he's from Texas. There's 3 wrestling fans in this room. Stan Lee is here. Oh man, you look like you run an underground death fight club. You look like the sponsor of a Kumite, where you're like, one of these men will die tonight! Put in your bets! That's me lashing out at someone that looks successful, sir. I'm sorry. Very sorry. I'm bitter, man. That's all it is. I'm bitter we broke up. I liked her. And we broke up before I could get to the best part of dating a wealthy girl. You know, that part where her dad offers me a check to stay away from her. And now they do to the poor boyfriend in the movie. They're like, how much money is it going to take for you to go away? One Verizon bill. You pay my August and I will fuck off. Right now. Alright, thank you guys very much. You guys have
like protesters and stuff, which I love, like the God Hates Tag protesters. What's that? What's pro-bat? What is that church called? What's pro-bat? So you know there's only like 7 of them, right? Like you would think there's like 100. I mean, I don't know what minivan they're in that drives so quickly from funeral to funeral, but they are on it. There's only 7 of them, you know? But I love watching it with these posters because to me there is nothing gayer than having to go to Michael's Arts and Crafts to make a God Hates Tag poster. What's gayer than being like, I hate them now, quickly, if you want, the F should be pink, no, and then the A should be yellow. Alright, glue it there, that looks beautiful. I mean, that's so gay. I also worked at Michael's Arts and Crafts, so, yikes. Anyways, but, you know, something I've been talking about a lot as of late because I suffer from it, but I suffer from what I call, gay, do you have gay voice? Because I have gay voice. You don't know? What?
So sometimes I'm angry, yeah.
And you're angry. So like totally like there's no you're like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'll have like a fry. And then you're like, you're son of a bitch, I said just like that. Oh, that's fabulous. Yeah, no. I have gay. The thing is like there's like a the spectrum, you know what I mean? Like, I'd probably fall somewhere down the middle. My older brother's also gay, so my dad's real proud, but his voice, and I hate the term, is very, like, masculine, you know what I mean? It's very, like, hard, but that was a murderer. But, you know, like, my friend Jesse, like, his voice is, like, total other end of the spectrum. Like, he literally is like Julia Childs, who walks in rooms like, like, just so gay. He's the kind of gay, he's completely bald, but still, halfway through a conversation, he'll wipe away a hair that's not there. So, anyway, so, like, here's the thing. When you become a comedian, you're forced to become an actor. This is the thing that happens, right? So it's like you're starting a comedy and your agent, your manager, whoever, they're like, well, you've got to start auditioning. Don't you want to become an actor? Get in there, become an actor! And it's like, I hate acting, and I also hate actors because, you know, everyone in New York City is like, I'm an actor. And they're like, more fries, please. So I am just like constantly going out on auditions and bombing every single audition because I have gay voice. I mean, I went on this one audition, the character description was literally 3 things. It was just like, Zach, 19, football player. Well, Zach's gonna have a secret to share with everyone. You know, and I know what they're looking for too. They don't care if you memorize your lines or if you studied at Yale or, this is Yale. Care about is what you look like, and I mean that's it. The looks count in this business. That's all I care about. Looks. I know what I look like. I'm Italian and I'm also Mexican. So like from here up, I just look like a deli worker. I have what I call a deli face. So like without gay voice, I'd probably sound like my friend or whatever, but ethnic. But yeah, I don't know. I'm also trying not to dress like a hipster piece of shit. I know tonight's not a good example, but. In my mind, I'm like, I'm doing it! Like, just because I know I look like the kind of person you'd come to my apartment, the first thing I would say is like, yeah, I don't have a TV, I just have this bird cage. So I'm trying very hard. Oh, you're taking pictures? Here, I'll pose. Like, this is not a good angle. That's why I'm like, what kind of photographer just sits there? I mean, you gotta run around the room. Alright, alright, I'm being rude, I'm not trying to be rude, but it's just this angle is horrible. No one looks good at this angle. Nothing, you got nothing.
I mean, this is a good vantage point right here.
You're just sitting down. Alright, well, I'm gonna be like Ariana Grande and grab all those pictures afterwards and delete them. God, is she a cunt. But, isn't she, don't you hate Ariana Grande? Who has the diction of a fog machine. I mean, she... What is she saying? What? And her brother is so annoying. Her brother is Frankie Grande, who is gay as it is long. God bless him, but he looks like Michael's Arts and Crafts let loose into the streets. I mean, he is a mess. Ariana's just stealing everything from Mariah, and Mariah is pissing me off because now she's 45 wearing quinceanera dresses. I mean, it's like, you know, and Mariah, what is Mariah like? That's her whole career, you know what I mean? And then like someone wraps around her and then she like whispers a little bit and then falls asleep. I mean, it's like, what is happening to our divas, you know? Christina Aguilera is just a fucking mess, is what she is. Okay, has anyone watched The Voice ever? Nor am I already talking about Christina Aguilera, I'm sorry. But, on The Voice, like, you get these, like, girls, like, come out, they're just throwing their dignity out the window. I mean, they're really trying their best. And, you know, they'll come out, there's one girl saying single ladies, she was like, oh, single ladies, and it was fine. And Christina Aguilera's advice was just to show her up. She's like, yeah, you know, I need you to hear a little more, next time, maybe. I was like, what? It's a cunt. I mean, you're just showing everybody your cunt. Yeah, she doesn't even say, you know, it'll be like the judges or the coaches, whatever, they'll be like, yeah, and you're like, they're like leading him on. Christina, she goes, yes! I mean, it's like, we get it, you sing. Oh, she's so annoying. You have no idea what I'm talking about. Straight up, alright. You know, I get so pissed off because you tell people, like, this happens with women, this isn't with men, not really. I mean, like, you tell people that you're gay and single, immediately the first thing I'll hear is, you're gay and single, I know someone I can hook you up with. It's like, okay, I'm glad you're progressive enough to talk to your hairdresser. But I don't want to fuck them. And, you know, the thing is, like, gays, we don't need help finding other gay men. We are fine all on our own. We don't, you know, it's like we have Grindr, which is a gay dating. It's like a step above tapping underneath the bathroom stall. We have Adam for Adam, we have Scruff, we have Pokemon Go. You know, it's like we don't need your help. And the thing is, I really do believe like gays we've all like found some way, some form, every generation to find each other, you know, in secret. Like I think probably Native Americans had their own system with like smoke signals. You know, 2 puffs is a hand job. Got it. It's like, can you imagine a whole group of like Native Americans around and like all of a sudden 2 puffs go to the sky and just one of them's like, I'll be right back. Dancing bear, where are you going? Thank you for appreciating that joke. Thank you. I'm trying my best to date. I'm trying. I think it's very hard. It just seems like, you know, I think there's a couple rules to dating. I think you have to either be equal looking in the relationship or to be the better looking person in the relationship. Because when you're the ugly one, you know you're the ugly one. Am I wrong? I dated a Dominican who was so good looking. No one came up to us and was like, you guys are such a cute couple. Everybody was like, how the fuck did you get him? So I started coming up with lies as to why someone so good looking would actually be with me. So this guy was like, wow, he's real hot. How'd you get that? I was like, he's autistic. It's just, you know, I sex all the time, I have to stop. I think sexing is good though, it's just to a certain extent. I mean, I'm sexing like, clap if you sex, and I want a night of honesty here. I mean, thank you. Really, just you two, that's it? Are you two dating each other?
My wife.
Okay, marriage, good. Got it, I'm not hitting on her, calm down. Alright, we're good. But do you ever send her a picture of your dick?
Early, way back.
Oh, so now it's like passe. You get a date, you're like, yeah, pick up some milk. I mean, I think you should be continuing sexing. Everyone in this room should be sexing, okay? Because listen, you hate your job, you're bored at work, you hate your coworker, someone sends you a dick pic, tonight's gonna be great. You know, it's so much better than your girlfriend sending a picture of like, I made lentil soup again. Can't wait till you come home to try it. Is that lentil soup gonna fuck me later? No. And I think with sexting, we have to be very careful. Like, men with sexting, it's just like, you know, if you're good, men, listen, you're gonna take a picture of your dick, just take a step back, okay? And don't put it next to a smart water bottle, there's 3 sizes, this is no spring chicken. Women sexting, very different. Women don't even care if men are involved. Women sex for themselves. It's a photo shoot it's like, they're always like naked from the neck down, in a position they've never been in their entire life. With lighting from either like a lighting crew or the heavens. Because nobody wants a pussy pic. I mean, you're gonna open up your phone and say, is this a Star Wars character? What am I looking at? I told you my older brother's also gay. You would think after all this time I'm being gay, you're better with mics, but I'm not. Every single time I'm like, wow! My older brother also, you know, he's gay. I was such a gay kid, it didn't occur to me. He was like, maybe like as flamboyant as I was, but my mom started sending us family videos of when we were younger, and one of them was when the Chicago Bulls won a championship, and they're going around the whole house and everyone's screaming. They're like, Michael Jordan rules! Michael Jordan rules! And then they get to my 9-year-old brother and he's like, well, they don't rules, it's Janet Jackson. Thanks so much, you guys, have a good day.
Some awkward shit. Sorry you got put in that weird fat chick conversation. I fucked a bunch of fat chicks too. Fat bitches if I'm being black about it. It's too much though. You probably had a good time because you're a little dude. You can kind of fit in the cracks. With me, it looks like Olympic level sumo wrestling. We're both trying to knock each other off the bed aggressively. This is your girlfriend. Oh, okay. That's your wife, so that was awkward, that whole crazy thing. That's weird. Your wife, good job. You look very exotic. Are you? Some kind of Latina?
Yes.
What kind?
Puerto Rican and Dominican.
Puerto Rican, Dominican. Wow. Where do those two people meet? At a mesh tank top factory. Competing dollar water vendors all. I got a few more, hang on. They both work at a 4-baby carrier. I'm out of ideas. You guys have kids?
4.
4 kids. Well, that's every stereotype. Together? How long have you been married for?
No, not together.
2 years.
Not together. You guys Brady bunched it.
Oh, yeah.
You came in with 2.
18 to 4.
18 to 4? Who has an 18-year-old?
17.
You have a 17-year-old?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 39.
39. I'm using quick math on that.
22.
4. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. 22, that's fucking 80 in Puerto Rican years. Usually you're pregnant at your quinceañeras, am I right? Am I using the word quinceañera right? 18, boy or girl?
Girl.
It's a girl. Is that tough for you? You're a step up. 3 girls? Oh, how old's your daughter?
I have no say.
4. She's 4.
Maybe
4 years old? Oh, with the 18, it's gotta be tough. My daughter's 13. We just had dinner tonight. She's got boobs and shit. It's the worst. The titties were popping tonight, too. She had everything. What's wrong with you? It's getting harder and harder. You know, this is real shit that's happened. You can appreciate this, I'm sure, dude. And this is a hard thing. The first time I told this to a crowd, by the way, just so you know, one woman tried to barrel charge out of an emergency exit just to get away from my words. I think it was a childish act, that's for sure, because this is just real talk. This happened about a month ago. My daughter stayed at my house, and we were talking in the morning. She was in her room. I didn't realize that she was getting changed, and I walked by the door and I was looking in the room. And she doesn't know this, but for a split second I saw her butt naked, dude. Butt naked. And this is a hard thing for a father to process, but this is the truth. Full bush. This little peanut who used to sleep right here on my chest, and I would go, I'll love you and protect you forever. And when she was like 5 years old, she would wear these nightgowns that went down to the floor, and she would go, Daddy, up. Full muff now. Big old wolfing baby, that's hard to process. And I don't know if any of you know anything about my comedy, but historically, I'm a very big fan of Bush. No more. She's ruined it. She's ruined pussy hair for me now. No more. Girls show the full bush now. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? What am I, a pedophile? You show up here with a full bush like a child? Like a beautiful baby angel with that big wolfing box? What's wrong? Go in that bathroom and shave your pussy like an adult. Ball like a woman. No stragglers. I want it smooth like a lady. Spray cooking oil on it. Get quarters off it. That's how smooth. Up and then against the 3 girls. That's gotta be fucking tough. Dude. 1 boy. He's the best, right?
He's the worst.
He's the worst? How old is he?
9.
10. Oh, 9.
Dominican 9-year-old, why is it so tough? Why is it tough? Why is he the hard one?
doesn't listen.
He doesn't listen, but that's cool. But he knows how to catch a ball, right? He plays basketball. Dominican kid? He has soccer. All right. Half Dominican, half black?
Indian.
Half Dominican, half Indian basketball player? Waste of time, dog. Throw that kid in cricket and move forward. You gotta play to the rest of his strengths. Swimmers. White rapid rafters. I thought it was 5'11". She plays basketball and soccer. She's half Hispanic too, that's why she plays soccer. I can't watch those games. I just show up for the last 5 minutes and I'm out of breath. I'm like, all right, I'm here, don't be a whore. Don't suck everybody's dick, I'm here, you don't have to rebel. How long are you guys married for? A year and a half, it's pretty new.
We were together for 6.
Together for 6 years. Do you respect this guy? Somewhat? I'm hearing that shit. That is your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Do you respect him?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I think I'm spreading the word on this with a lot of people. I think a lot of guys and girls don't even know that you don't respect him. My girlfriend, she's here somewhere, she's back there. She'll tell you she respects me, but I found out through conversation that she does not. For a lot of guys, we don't even see it. We don't even know where it comes from. And we just fall in the line with that bullshit. So it's like, you have buddies, right? Guys who are married that you know and shit, and they say things like, you're like, hey, wanna go to the movies? He's like, oh, let me check with the boss. Like, fucking boss. Goddamn adults. It's another adult. Let me see what the Sarge says. We fall into that shit. That's feminism at its worst. I'm all for feminism, by the way, before you start blogging. Very pro-feminine. I like all the things that it creates. Like, I think it's great. A woman becomes president, fantastic. Or, equal pay for equal work. I'm all for it. But now that you got that shit, you gotta start giving men their manhood back. Small thing, my girlfriend would tell you she respects me, but we had a conversation with a buddy, another guy. In front of another guy, she said something so foul. We were sitting talking about the UFC. You know what the UFC is? The cage fighting? Yeah. We're talking about how a lot of those guys get in trouble for beating up their girlfriends and wives, domestic abusers, these professional fighters. And my girlfriend says in front of another guy, she goes, oh yeah, so I would never want to date a guy like that. The kind of guy, like, if he just lost control, could, like, beat the shit out of you. And I was like, I can beat the shit out of you. Are you with me because you think I can't beat the shit out of you? I just don't beat the shit out of you. That's my payment for being a good guy, is you think I'm weak? I can beat you just as fast as the UFC guy. I've been living with that for a month now or so. And how do I prove it to her? I can't beat the shit out of her because I talk about it too much on the first suspect. All body shots, maybe? I just grapple with her every night and just prove it to her. I'd be like, you'd be dead like this. Oh, I'd snap your neck so quick right there. Good night. I love you. You guys are different though, I'm sure. You do respect him, right?
Yeah.
How long you married?
No.
Just dating?
Yeah.
You met on Tinder?
No.
You want me?
No.
In real life?
No.
Online?
Yeah.
Plenty of fish?
Yes.
That's the one?
He tells everyone we met hiking though.
You what?
He lies though.
You said you met hiking?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to tell me you met online?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, hiking's gayer. Was eating granola. Plenty of fish, that's cool. Did you guys hook up on the first night?
No.
Did you write an angry letter to Plenty of Fish?
No.
Like, hey, dude, you guys made a promise. Why am I jerking off after just paying for drinks somewhere? You should have sealed it with your own jizz like a Dracula invitation. Stamp it. With your family crest. Did you want to bang on the first date, and you didn't want to be that chick from online?
I didn't want to sleep with him, but I wanted acknowledgement that he liked me.
So you gave him a hand job.
No. We hugged.
Is that it?
Yeah.
You didn't even make out?
He didn't make the movie.
But if you made a movie, you would have went for it?
Yes.
Nice. What if you reached down your pants? Would you have been cool?
No.
No, you draw that line. When did you have sex ultimately, if you don't mind me asking? How many dates in?
After 2.5 months.
2.5 months. Now, after all that waiting, was it worth the wait, you think?
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Why? Wasn't all that good? I mean, if it's worth the wait, that means it wasn't all that big a deal to wait for. If it's fantastic, you'd be like, why did we wait 2.5 months? You're worried about being judged by society and your friends, right? Like, you can't fuck on the second date, but of course you can. What, is your dad still alive? 2.5 months. Did you do some other stuff at least in between?
Yeah.
Some hand work,
Yeah. Maybe it was less than that.
maybe a finger blast or two. What's a finger blast? Do the math.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you never heard the term, put it together. What's finger blast? I like you, just teasing you. 2.5 months, that's cool. You're a respectable woman. How long have you been together for now?
4 months.
4 months. Oh, but he hasn't even been that long. So you guys haven't even gotten to the weird shit yet. Yeah, you have? The butt in play?
Not yet.
Not yet. But he's already asked, so I can appreciate that. This guy's awesome. I don't know if you deserve this guy. So.
I asked.
You want to prove, you asked for butt sex? You said you weren't ready? Holy shit. You wanted anal. So your father's alive, but he used to burn you with a hot hanger or something. What girl asks for anal? Give that girl a shot of whiskey. Don't drink it. Don't drink it. Just dip your fingers in it and numb your mouth. Like baby goes. Just numb it up. Wow. Where did she ask? She asked in the house though, like in one of your apartments to do it. That's a good call not doing it there. If you're gonna butt fuck, you gotta do it in a hotel. Yeah. That's a dudes know that. Butt fucking's an away game. Butt fucking. Homes where you have like family events and parties and shit and the holidays, you can't have your nanny eating pumpkin pie on a couch and know what butt fuck's all right. She doesn't know, but you know. It's enough to make it weird. She's just eating pie and the ghosts of butt fuck heads. Ouch. Butt fucking hotels. Because what's your big concern with butt fucking too? Messy cleanup usually. That's not your problem in a hotel. That's the Mexican lady's problem in the morning. Don't feel bad, that's what you're paying for. That's why hotels are expensive. Why do you think it costs so much? For a shitty bed and a small TV? Butt fuck cleanup. Don't even give a shit. You're on your way to brunch. You don't care. You're on your way to brunch. You're like, my bad, Guadalupe. There's an extra 20 on the end table. She's confused. She's like, 4K. Oh no! Big deal. That's the poop. doing this comedy for the men. We're taking back the night, fellas. You know how you get your respect back? I'm telling you this, fellas, and write this down. Start telling chicks what's wrong with them. Instead of them always tell you what's wrong with you. What are you wearing? What's this? And what's your job? And all that shit. Fucking take back them. You want to see confusion on women's faces? Check this out. 4 months is not long enough. You've been together for 6 years. Do you know how many times this guy's had to slap toilet paper crumbs out of the crack of your pussy? Never said a word to you about it. You pee out of a slit, which is ridiculous. You put your thumb over a faucet, it runs over down your butt cheeks and thighs, and then you wipe from behind like morons, and there it is, toilet paper everywhere. I saw a girl recently have so much toilet paper in her pussy, I thought it was in a cast. I really did. I had to break her out of it with hammer fist. I felt like Bill Murray getting Ghostbusters trying to get that girl under the gargoyle statue. We don't do anything, just slap it away. That's it. You look back like kinky, and we're like... And all the slaps in the world, never get rid of all the toilet paper. You know, spread her butt cheeks 20 minutes later, there they are, just all rolled up. Looks like little joints for G.I. Joe's, all rolled into her sparse asshole hairs. You don't say a word, we just pull them out and laugh for like... I think you guys have more show. I'll stop wasting your time.
I'm gonna get kidnapped someday. Like I'm that kind of tiny, you know? like I'm the kind of tiny that makes me the equivalent for a kidnapper that a wounded zebra is for a lion. They're like, that's a good one. I'm trunk sized. Fit in their transport. Kidnapper straight. That's almost like the first thing that people say to me when they meet me. They're like, oh my god, you're so tiny. Like I didn't know. Like what do you want me to say? No wonder I've been smelling so many people's armpits on the L train. You're a hero. The other thing people will say to me when they meet me, they're like, you have so much energy. What is your secret? And it's an unmedicated anxiety disorder. That's the secret, guys. No sex. No, I am like Tinkerbell spreading magical pixie dust all over the world. Except that magical pixie dust is an obsessive need to be loved and a crippling fear that I'm not worthy of that Having an anxiety disorder means I cry a lot, cry all the time. I don't cry for real things though. Like when my parents got divorced, I didn't cry. When my grandmother died, I squeezed one out because she was an amazing woman. She earned it. No, I'm an anxiety crier, so I cry for pointless things. Like, I haven't eaten dinner yet, and I thought that the Indian restaurant down the street closed at midnight, but they closed to the Like I went to yoga class, and I was 3 minutes late to yoga class, and you can't just show up 3 minutes late. It's at noon on Saturdays. That's the best time for yoga. Earlier I went to the store and I bought tortillas, but I bought the wrong tortillas. I'm making fajitas and these are for soft Guys, I'm dating somebody. Oh my God, guys, it's going so great. Except I'm insane. I had no idea. I am so jealous. Every time we're out and there are other women around, I just find myself peeing on him. It's super weird. Like if I see him talking to another girl, I find her prettiest characteristic. I'm like, how can I kill her with it? Like if she has long, shining, flowing hair, I'm like, yes, that'll hold up when I choke her with it. That's super nice. I'm 29. I know I look amazing. Thank you. I got sort of attracted to in my late 20s is different from what I was attracted to in my early 20s. Like in my early 20s, I was turned on by apathy. Now I'm turned on when he's nice to his mom. Yeah. We were up there the other weekend, and he was helping her hook up her printer and being so patient when she asked 3 times what a USB cord is. Guys, that's my porn now. Thank God she lives close by. We'd never have sex. In my early 20s, I was a commitment phobe. Now I want any kind of commitment possible. Anything. We just got a museum membership, guys. It's all happening. We get to lie and say we lived at the same address. Guys, he's mine forever. Since my parents are divorced, love was never like a big value we were raised with. Like we were never pushed to get married in any way. We were never pushed to be in relationships, anything like that. We were raised with other values though. Work hard, be nice to people, love doesn't exist. You're gonna die alone, like those kinds of values, real nice family stuff. But my brother got out, he's getting married this year. Yeah, I'll tell him you're excited. I am too. He's getting married in Mexico because he's an asshole. That's some $1,500 bullshit, Kyle. Fuck him, I know. So great. I got invited to another destination wedding in South Africa because she's really an asshole. And I asked her, I was like, why are you getting married in South Africa? And she goes, I just never felt closer to my soul than I did in South Africa. He knows this bitch. We all know this bitch. We all know her. And I was like, girl, you traveled there on your trust fund money. I'm pretty sure the only thing you got closer to is your family's history of colonialism.
Jerome was talking about towel heads. It's funny, I was watching the spelling bee and 2 South Asian kids tied for first place every year. And I'm smoking weed, I'm on the couch with my roommate, and I'm like, yo, these niggas spelling the hell out of these words. And my roommate, who's politically correct, like this fucking society that we live in, is like, dude, you can't say shit like that, they're Indian. So I said, these sand niggas spelling the hell out of these words. Sweetie, take your hand off your mouth, okay? Now you are here to laugh. Enjoy yourself. She laughed like Jesus was in the room. How we doing, guys? Are we rocking or what? What's up? I told you, man. I told you we were bringing the fucking pain. I like the energy in here. The energy is right. When the energy is good like this, there's really only one thing you can talk about on the show, right? What is it? Somebody yell it out. What is it? What is it? You guys really just squeezed up on me. That really. I think somebody said. What did you say?
Race.
Exactly. Police brutality. Good job. Police brutality. Did you see the one out in California? Did anyone see this video? Yeah, this is unbelievable. A woman is out on the highway. She's walking out on the highway. Cop tackles her. Starts beating her head into the ground. 51-year-old great-grandmother just starts beating her head into the ground. Everyone's outraged, man. Twitter, Facebook, everyone's outraged. I'm outraged. How the hell are you going to be a great-grandmother at 51 years old? What were birthday parties at her house like? You're 12 years old today. You know what that means, right? It means it's time to have a baby. Wow. Yep, I punched down too, because I am a piece of shit. Are you quickly? It was bad. It was really, really bad. And I worked a wedding, and on the first day of the job, I spilled a tray of champagne on the bride. Yeah, who was 8 months pregnant on her fucking wedding day. Mm-hmm. Now, you would think as a Christian, my first thought would be, oh my God, I just ruined the happiest day of this woman's life. Nope. As a Christian, my only thought was, if you're 8 months pregnant on your wedding day, you should not be wearing white, bitch. Like, come on. Why does anyone think about this? No, you should be wearing black for your vagina's funeral. Or brown for the times you took it in the ass. But not white. All right, are we ready for our headliner, guys? Ready for our headliner? Make some noise. Yeah.
I'm just a nigga that's not paying this bill.
See? I told you. I'm not that good.
All right, rookie shit. How y'all doing, man? So what's this? The race and sex show? Is that it? That's the thing. We just talk about race and sex. All right. Answer my own question. Hey, a lot of videotapes. Get me documented. Talking about my girl. Been in a relationship. We've been together for 8 months, but we've been living together for 6. So I'm just very excited she's not here. Don't get it twisted, I love her, but you know, when you live with somebody, that motherfucker's always there. Like you leave, and you come home, they're right there. You leave, you come back, they're right there. You leave, you come back, you sit on the toilet, you don't say nothing. Then they right there in the shower. Why the fuck you in the shower with no water on? What's wrong with you? It's like a horror movie. Cause I look for boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife. When you live with somebody, that is your parole officer. They clocking you. Where the hell are you at? What are you doing? And you're just trying to buy yourself some time. I hate that whole sense of feeling guilty of not buying your spouse something and you buy yourself something. I hate that. Like, I miss being selfish. You can't be selfish. You gotta look out for your lady. You gotta look out for your man. So that's why sometimes I buy ice cream and I'm eat that shit right there. Just to make sure there's no evidence, I eat it I eat it far away from me and right hand carved out. Yeah, you want to sit down? Nah, man. I got 15 minutes here. Before I get that text, where you at? I'm coming. Again, just want to talk about the frustrations of it that we all go through, because love. It's crazy, man. It's interesting to me. I really love it. No matter how old you are, we all go through it. Marriage. I don't know if I don't believe in marriage because it's like I seen people married for a very long time. There was this couple in Atlantic City. I mean, they were married for 62 years. And I shook their hands and God bless you. And I was like, that's too fucking long. That's so redundant. It's like at that point, what are we doing? What are we doing? We not fucking. What are we doing? We just waking up every morning just trying to see who dies first. That's all we're doing. I don't want to go through that. Now me and my wife just trying to wake up every morning like, I'm alive. Me too. Oh, you're going to die today. How am I going to die? Because I got your pills. You got my pills? I got your pills. Come get them. No, I ain't gonna have my Tuesday pills. Come back here, bitch. It's 2016, man. Don't get married. Just be with your spouse, love them, that's it, man. And just if you want to get something together, just get an AT&T family data plan. That's it. That's what I did with my girl. We're engaged, man. We both got 10 gigs. She got an iPhone Plus. She good, man. And if it don't work out, we don't need no courts, no lawyer, none of that bullshit. We go right to the AT&T sales rep and say, look, this didn't work out. Well, hey, it's gonna cost you $200 a separate. Oh, nigga. You ain't said nothing. That's 10-20, nigga, done. Next woman, I'll try. I'll really try. We love our spouse, man, we do what we can. But we lie to them, but not to hurt their feelings, just to try to get some of our time. You ever do that? You ever do workation? Workation. That's the word work and vacations put together. Just in case y'all didn't know. And that basically means you spend a little bit extra time at work besides going home. So your spouse is like, where the fuck you at? You come home, you're like, nah, I'm working. This project's taking forever. And you just at your desk watching HBO Go. Trying to get in your favorite show by yourself. Because your spouse like, oh, I want to watch it with you. It's like, no, I'm on season 5. You can't catch up. I'm not repeating with you. I always hate that fight. I want to see what you like. No, you can ask me questions about the episode. Who's that? That's Johnson Owish. All right, look, I'm about to break up with you. Let me watch my show. I don't know. Again, these are jokes. It's nothing but love. I'm blessed to be dating, man. It's hard to date in New York when you look like you're 7, all right? So I'm twisted. I'm blessed, because I'm the shit. You can't. It was hard to find a lady, man. Like, cause I got game, but women don't take me serious. They all fake. I'm just some black kid trying to sell candy for his basketball. It frustrates me. I gotta talk to them like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Oh, you got a Kit Kat? You got Welch's? And I get pissed off like, no, I got a dick! You want dick? No, I want the Snickers in your box. Oh, alright. Thank you for supporting the Brooklyn Nets. I appreciate you. Yeah, man, I'll forever look like a little man. And I ain't gonna look like a man. Like, you know, Kevin Hart got the goatee and all that. I can't grow facial. I just can't. This is it. This little stuff, that's all I have. I grow a beard, but I grow ingrown hair beard. That's what I grow. An ingrown hair beard is a regular beard just with no fucking confidence. It's like grow. It's like, I don't want to. There's nothing out there for me. I'm just gonna go back in your face. I just want to take my chin to a Tony Robbins session. Like, Tony, talk to my chin. You need to be who you are. Believe in yourself, hey. I should know. Thank you, Tony. I look like Santa. Shit ain't gonna work. Forever young, baby. I don't know. Me and my girl, we cool, we chill. She hates I don't listen to her, but I'm like, she ain't talking about nothing. And then, you know, I try to make a move when she brings up something she wants to talk about. Like, I try to fuck, but she's like, hey, that's all you fucking men care about. When they have sex, I'm like, what yeah. That's our stereotype. Men think with their dicks. That's our stereotype, which is not true. Our dicks think for us. There's no way we control that motherfucker. There's no way. Like, you think I want to hear how Scandal made you feel, or the book you're reading. I want to hear that stuff, but there's always that voice in our head that's just like, see if she wants to fuck. Shut up, dude. Alright? I'm trying to listen. I missed the whole paragraph. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I know, but just let her know I'm back here. Ready, you don't let me know. Shut up. That's why it's called a dick, because it's a dick. It don't care about nobody else but itself, fucking dick. Hate it. That's why women are dope, man. Because y'all got a companion, your brain. You got to intrigue a woman's brain, get to the vagina. That's what's up, man. Right, you know what I'm saying? You got that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. You got somebody that has your back. You could be at a cafe by yourself, a man comes through and says, you know, you look very beautiful today, I bought you this crow nut. I want you to enjoy it and have a nice day, and walk away. And then that's when your brain knocks on your vagina's door like, hey girl, look, come look, he gave you a crow nut. He's cute. And your pussy's on the couch wearing a hoodie watching Netflix. Don't wake me for no bullshit, girl. No, you like crow nuts. Look at him. He's so cute. Leave the crow nut by the door. I'm watching Jessica Jones. I let that go. The pussy that hooks you up, protected you. We don't have that, man. They don't give a fuck about nobody but itself. And if we drink alcohol, that's a wrap, nigga. That's when we're in the passenger seat and our dicks in the driver's seat, and it turns into a mega bus driver. Wait a minute, where you going? Oh, I just texted your ex-girlfriend. We on our way to her house. She said, come on. No, I don't want to go there. I ended that bitch. No, I opened it up. just happened? Your ex-girl like, I'm so happy you talk to me and communicate and tell me how you really feel. I love you too. We're engaged. You proposed. Yo, Dick, what the fuck you doing? Wake up! And yo, nigga. Wake up! Fucking dick. Hate the fucking dick. That's what it is, man. Dick is cold. It's cold-blooded. And we go, I don't understand this, man. Like, breakups are weird too. When you're with your spouse, it's all negative. Think of all the negative stuff. And then then you get whipped, then you get away from them, then you think about all the positive stuff, like, oh, I fucked up, I need it back, what's wrong with me? That's when your heart come in. That's when your heart's like, you fucked up. You keep listening to your goddamn dick. You son of a bitch. Go get her back. Okay, let's get her back. Then you get her back, and your dick's like, when we gonna fuck? That's our weakness, dick. A woman's weakness, insecurities. You got insecurities, ladies. But you know the problem with those insecurities? Man calls them. So I just want to say I apologize. How can you not have insecurities? It's like when you're bold and being who you are, we call you a bitch, bring you down. Then when you're being too weak, then we call you girl, yeah, that bitch is back. It's like, well, it's weird. So, yeah, I just want to say sorry for that. Nah, I couldn't do it. I have a daughter, man, so like I train her, train her, like she's in my Lori Davis HBO Hard Knocks. I just want her to be dope. I want her to be like the women I couldn't fuck in high school. That's how I want her to be. Just every time there's a boyfriend on my porch just crying like, I thought she loved me. I'm like, look, I know, Jeff, I know. I did too, you had good potential. But look, thank you for the iPad. But you gotta get the fuck off the porch. Alright, we gotta get out of here. You guys are great. I'm Lord Dave. How are you?